Good morning. Let's talk about your quarterly goal check-in. So it's already the beginning of April, which means we are 25% of the way through the year. That means it is time to do just past our 90-day goal check-in. See what goals you set in January have been accomplished and which ones are you falling behind on, and how can we get ourselves back on track. I am so happy you're here. My name is Tanessa Shears. I'm a weight loss coach for women. I help you guys find the tools, strategies, and tricks that you need to have in place so that you can hit your goals, so that it's not always a struggle. It's about having fun. So we're going to talk about, the step-by-step plan of how I go through my quarterly goal check-ins, as well as, how I set my new goals. I like to set goals in 90 days because I feel like that is an end point that I can see. A year is too long for me. A year, it's so far away, and we put off starting the goals because, we have that buffer couple months, and then we really start to panic come November that we haven't done anything all year, and then we set these crazy goals in January that we don't achieve because we haven't had any momentum throughout the year. So what I'm going to do is, when I am done this video, I am going to link in the comments below the original goal setting masterclass that I did inside of my She Takes Action Facebook group. I'm going to link that so that if this is the first time you're setting goals all year, I would like you to go through that whole masterclass. It's a 40-minute video that teaches you the foolproof way to set goals for the 90-day sprints that we're going to cover together. Okay, so first things you need to do is I need you to have in your hand the goals that you set 90 days ago. So if you were joining me on that masterclass, you're going to have that here. And I set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals back in January. And one of the coolest things that you'll find about your goal setting journey is you're going to learn a lot along the way. You're going to find that, sometimes your priorities shift. Sometimes you set the wrong goal and it just doesn't suit where you want to go anymore. And I had that happen with a couple of my goals, but a couple of them I hit bang on. So more importantly is I want to teach you what I do with the goals I didn't hit. All right. So one of my goals I'm just looking at here was the goal that I did hit, big one. It was I wanted to do 30 minutes of mindset work every day. So what that looks like is reading a personal development book, writing in my journal. I wanted to, focus on connecting with you guys, taking courses. That I got down pat. But the fitness goal that I set back in January was I wanted to work out 65 times by April 1st. And that looked like 5 workouts. Hello, baby. That looked like 5 workouts per week. Now, I counted them all up and I didn't get there. I got maybe something around 50. So here's what you need to do. I want you to, first thing is look at the goal you set and look at what you actually achieved. Because if you watch that first goal setting video that we did back in January, what I asked you to do was track your progress. And this is so important because if I was sitting here right now and I didn't track my workouts, I wouldn't be able to tell how far off I was from my goal. So the fact is, I know I got 50 workouts, and I start to look back through that tracker and I see what happened. There were 2 weeks where I was sick and I only got in 2 workouts a week. But the problem is that I didn't quite get back to 5 workouts a week when I got healthy again. So I know for me, I need to develop a better plan, a relapse plan for when that kind of stuff happens. So I want you to look at your goals right now and the ones that you didn't hit. You need to be honest with why you didn't hit them. And I know for me, it's because I just didn't put my head in the game when I was coming back from being sick. Now that is something I look at and I see that, I have a harder time restarting goals than starting goals. And this is true for so many of my clients, and it might be true for you too, that it's harder to restart something than to start it in the first place. So for me, I know I need relapse planning in place, and better yet, I need tighter accountability. So what do you need to make that goal happen again? Because I don't want you to get frustrated. We're only 3 months into the year, on month 4 now. You have 9 months stretched out in front of you to continue to hit those goals. So this is where we check in, not on December 31st, not in November. We check in now. If you are falling off track now, it is our obligation to ourselves to take care of our health and our well-being and to get back on track now. So that was goal number 1. Goal number 2 that I didn't quite hit, and I like to set lofty goals. I'm not a fan of the SMART goal setting system. You probably learned it in school. What is it? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Because here's what happens. When you set what you think is a realistic goal, you will meet it, and you will only feel mildly fulfilled. But if you don't meet it, and you didn't meet a very realistic, very achievable goal, I think that is what's really unfortunate, because we have the capability to set goals that are beyond a stretch goal. If you know that you're going to hit the goal just because time is going to pass, what is the point in setting it? I want you to be setting goals that cause you to stretch, to feel uncomfortable, and to make you start to doubt yourself. Because I tell you something, if you set a goal and you don't start doubting yourself or feeling uncomfortable or like you might not be good enough or that you don't have all the skills to get to that goal, if you're not feeling those things, set bigger goals for yourself. Because have you ever heard that really cheesy quote, if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you're still in the stars? So if you shoot for like these little goals, remember those SMART goals down here, and you either hit it or don't, you're down here. But if you shoot for a goal up here and you end up here, look how much higher you are still than that realistic goals. And I gotta tell you something. We have to stop being afraid of not reaching our goals. I've heard so many times people say, well, I don't want to be disappointed. Why not? Why not? If you set crazy goals for yourself, even if you don't hit them, think how much further you would be than if you set these small, medium, mild little goals along the way. So, I mean, I like to set big goals because it excites me. It's gonna get me up in the morning. Setting, for me personally, a goal of working out 3 days a week, it doesn't excite me. I want to feel excited. I want you to feel excited about your goals. I want you to set ones that make you want to get up in the morning, all right? And the other thing I want to say about worrying about feeling disappointed, disappointment is a feeling. Are you going to tell me that you don't want to set a big goal because you're worried about a feeling you might feel? Like, when we think about it that way, it sounds so silly. We're not setting big goals because we're scared of a feeling. We're scared of experiencing a feeling of disappointment. So when you drop that fear of feeling embarrassed, guilty, shame, disappointment, when you drop your fear of feeling things, it is amazing what you can get done. It is amazing what you can get done. So, number 1, I went mildly off tangent, but we are focusing on checking into what you did and setting big goals. Why did it not work? Did you not have the resources? Did you not schedule it well enough? Did you not have the accountability? Did you not set a big enough goal? Did you set a goal that didn't matter to you? You need to go through and identify what the reason was you didn't hit your goal. So now when it comes to resetting goals, I want you to think, like I said back in that first video, I want you to focus not on what you want to achieve 100%, but on how you want to feel. Because here's something I try to really negotiate with my clients that are trying to, sculpt their waistlines or, lose a little bit of weight. You are going to feel the exact same way inside your mind and your body now than you will in 10 pounds lighter. It's just a truth. You have to learn how to deal with what is going up on here and what is going in here, and you have to be willing to be present and know that when you heard that cheesy quote that it's all about the journey, I mean, it is. If you can't be happy on the journey, you're not going to be happy when you get there, because you know what happens when you lose 10 pounds and you get there? You go, oh, well, now I want to do this, and you constantly look forward with never actually enjoying that moment. So you have to learn how to be, present with where you are now. So the goals that I set are based on the feelings I want to feel. We talk about that all the time. I have a list, and we did this in our first goal setting session back in January, but I have my list here, and the couple of the ones I want to feel on a regular basis, feel these feelings as I say them, and you'll see what I mean. I want to feel exhilaration. I want to feel excited. I want to feel unwavering and free and effortless, and I want to feel inspired and cozy and ignited and resilient and fulfilled and energetic and awakened. So when I'm setting my goals, I'm not setting them based on things I want or how I want to look. I'm setting them based on what will get me feeling these feelings on a regular basis, because this is what I consider a full life for me. It's about the feelings I have on a regular basis, right? It's what makes us happy or unhappy or, joyful people in our lives. So the goals, I'm going to just tell you the fitness related goals that I set this time, because otherwise we'd be here all day. I write a lot about goals because we achieve them when we pay attention to them. All right, so number one fitness goals is I said I want to return the joy to exercise 5 days a week. Return the joy to exercise. So I'm not talking about, losing weight or, eating a certain, number of calories. I'm talking about returning the joy to exercise. I want to find that place again where I wake up excited to work out. And if you watch the video I did a couple days ago on 4 ways on how to get out of a rut, the first thing I did when I set that goal and I knew something needed to change, what that signaled to me was that I needed to change my routine. Something that I was doing wasn't lighting me up anymore. So if you watch that video, you'll know that I went online and was on YouTube and somebody recommended, one of the Beachbody products. And so I'm doing the program I know called 80 Day Obsession, and I am excited to get up again. That's what matters, what gets you out of your seat. The other goal that I set is the 6 days a week of no treats. So treats to me mean, treats mean bread, treats mean pasta, treats mean anything with sugar in it, means starchy things with flour. 6 days a week with no treats. I set that same goal last time, but I only got to about 4 or 5 days, and it wasn't the best. And that's because I wasn't tracking that one close enough. So I saw my goal, saw where I came in, I realized why I didn't achieve it, and what I'm going to do this time is on our fridge is going to be a calendar with a check mark to where we are, in terms of how many days a week we're having treats. So this week and this month and the next 3 months, I want to do it only 1 day a week. So your nutrition goal might be something like, I want to get 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I want to drink 2 liters of water a day. I want to drink, or I want to, cut out caffeine in the morning. Whatever works for you. You want to set a nutrition goal. If you're not getting enough sleep, you want to set a sleep goal. You might want to set a days of activity goal. And so I want to tell you the way that I am keeping my exercise goal this time, and it involves you. I have thrown together the funnest challenge, and it's going on right now, and it starts today inside of our She Takes Action Facebook group. If you go up to the Facebook search bar and you type in She Takes Action, that's our group. There's almost 600 women in there, and we are doing a 21-day refresh challenge. And even if you don't join it, I want you to hear the kind of accountability I'm saying. I asked all the women in that group, who's in, who wants to do a 21-day refresh challenge? And every single day for 21 days, I am checking in with these women who have committed to their goals. So some of them, I want to walk for 10 minutes every day. Some people want to run 3 miles 5 times a week. Some people want to do 6 strength workouts a week. All the goals are different, but the fact is, every day we are coming together and checking in. I'm saying, your turn, workout check-in below. Are you jumping on board with us? What did you do? Because I realize I need that kind of accountability right now to get me fired up for 21 days on this goal. And then I'm going to continue on it after. But the fact is, if I needed that, maybe you did too. So if you head over there right now, it's Monday today. We started this morning. It's not too late. And if you're catching this video in 3, 4, 5 days from now, that's okay. It's never too late to start. You just tack your days on to the end. 21 days of movement. And I've committed to 5 joy days of exercise. So things that make me happy. And because I have to check in, I know I'm going to do it. So these are the kind of layers you need to put in place to make sure you hit your goal. See your old goal. What didn't work? Why didn't it work? What do you need to put into place? Is it more accountability? Is it a better plan? Is it a better calendaring system? Is it a checklist on the fridge? Is it a phone call to your best girlfriend at night saying, hey, I did my workout today. How about you? So that is how I reset my goals. These are 90-day stretches. I have set this time, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 superstar goals. Do I expect to hit them all? Heck no. Do I want to hit them all? Absolutely. If I make it 90% of the way to all of these huge, exciting goals I set myself, will I be fulfilled, excited, exhilarated, ignited? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope you do too. So, before you go, I want you to leave me a comment below and say, I'm in your 21-day challenge, and then you can go join our Facebook group, She Takes Action, on Facebook, and then get caught up on your posts in there. Number 2, I want you to tell me what you are doing different for the next 3 months to stay on track of your goal if you fell off. I've loved having you here. Thank you for spending this time with me, you guys. And Paisley, too. Paisley says thank you. Oh, she's feisty, this one. All right. Have a beautiful day, you guys. I will talk to you this week, and I will see you inside the group for our 21-day refresh challenge. Take care.